Hey, what's up, y'all? What's poppin', what's cracking? It's D. About to react to this video by Spill Sesh. It's titled, What Happened to the Dolan Twins? They're back. I used to react to the Dolan Twins so much. So this is so very nostalgic. I thought they were so adorable when they were younger. Now, not so much, honestly. But, you know, whatever. That's irrelevant. I do want to know, you know, where they've been and what's been going on with them. So we're going to get some updates. Let's watch.
After a couple years off of social media, the Dolan Twins shocked fans yesterday when they returned back to Instagram to share what they've been up to recently. For the last couple of years, the twins have not been online and had completely abandoned their Instagram, YouTube, all of their social media accounts. Fans had been returning to old photos to comment here and there, wishing them well, hoping they were okay, and asking if they would possibly ever be returning. It's funny because I was recently talking about the twins with like two of my friends. They were just like, what's up with the Dolan twins? Like, are they even like around? Like, what's going on? It just like randomly came up, like, what on earth are they doing now? And do we think like they'll come back? So to see them all of a sudden after that conversation come back is definitely interesting timing. I wasn't sure that they would ever return to social media, as it seemed like they really wanted to step away from it after basically growing up online, and they just found it quite toxic towards the end there. They didn't really love the direction that social media was going, the things that were trending. It just didn't feel like how it felt when they first started, and it really turned them away from doing it entirely. But it looks like they're kind of back. In the last couple of times that they posted before seemingly leaving for good, you could tell their hearts just weren't in it anymore like it once was, and they didn't enjoy posting as much as they used to. And usually YouTubers post sort of a goodbye video, basically saying like, hey guys, I'm quitting, or this is my last video, something like that, talking about a break. But the twins really just fizzled out and stopped posting, and so their fans were always just kind of like, what's going on? Will they ever come back? They did speak out one time, I will say. A few years ago, they went on Jeanette McCurdy's podcast in an episode titled The Perils of Fame with Ethan and Grayson Dolan, and they talked about why they did decide to step away from YouTube. They hadn't been posting in about 6 months when they did this interview, and they really wanted to get into what it was like taking those steps back from social media, YouTube, Instagram, everything. And Grayson said that once they took this step back from social media, he became himself again for the first time since he was 14. He said that he's doing the things that he's interested in. He's not consumed by expensive things like he thought once were the key to happiness. Like, everything was changed once they stopped posting.
Yeah, I do feel like I entered like a time warp from, I think, 14 to like about 20 years old. And then I came out and I'm like, whoa, I'm Grayson again. I feel like myself, and I'm gonna start exploring the things that truly matter to me. Like, I was doing the thing where I was getting expensive clothes and driving a cool car and things like that I thought, I think the whole time I was just trying to convince myself that that's what I truly wanted for myself. But it was really just so that you look cool. I could uphold this like famous reputation and like look cool for other people, but it didn't actually matter to me, and I didn't feel like myself sitting in that car.
They also talked about how social media changing really took a toll on them. They made content that wasn't really about their personal lives, and they didn't like sharing too much with people, but suddenly people were seeking out content like that, where people were vlogging and being more personal, and they felt like when they decided to try and make content like that, it just wasn't true to who they were, and they were still growing up, and they were only 20, figuring themselves out, and didn't want to be sharing as much as they felt they had to.
Yeah, then I feel like the ups and downs got a lot more drastic after like 2019, 2020. I mean, obviously when everyone was just stuck inside, not knowing what to do, and really just psychoanalyzing everyone and everything. And then there were so many like fluctuations and like what was hot on social media, and we at that point really kind of tried to jump on like, the bandwagon and follow along. Just because like I wasn't sure if we were doing anything that was interesting enough for people to be watching, so I was like, okay, let's just do the interesting thing. So yeah, we definitely fell victim to that. We decided to like kind of blog everything in our entire lives, and after I guess 20 years old and really trying to figure out who you are, it just wasn't the greatest time to be doing that, and it was just really humiliating. So we deleted everything.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It was just like, I feel like social media progressively got more exploitative as time went on.
They talked about the fact that when they did try leaning into the juicier content, they kind of strayed away from who they were and did whatever social media was liking at the time. They felt a responsibility to put out good stuff, but they didn't feel like they were actually putting out good stuff because the stuff that they had on their channel and the stuff that was trendy and popular at the time to watch just wasn't them.
There was a point where you had to show everything. I think as some people started to push the envelope and talk about, like, I don't know, their relationships or failed friendships or just things that were really juicy and dramatic that people were like, oh, I want to, you know, do this. As more and more people did that, the content that wasn't that became a little bit more boring and less edgy. So I guess we try to keep up, and we're not really those types of people. We don't really like drama, and we don't like to let people in too close in our lives. I have a hard time like creating finding trustworthy people to have friendships with and everything like that. So I guess I'm like a pretty guarded person at first. And then I completely just strayed away from who I was and just did whatever social media wanted me to do.
At the time of the interview, they said that they were currently working on a project that they were keeping very private, but it was restoring a lot of joy for them in creativity and all of that. And they had been exploring new hobbies and really just trying to enjoy life. It really just seemed like the boys wanted time to grow and grow up away from the cameras, and they explained that they let public opinion influence a lot about them for so long that they really needed to step away for them to be able to grow up healthily. And the last time I ever really heard about them was in a TikTok I saw a couple months ago where someone spotted the twins in New York, and everyone was kind of freaking out about this. They were just like, oh my gosh, like this is the first like Dolan twin sighting in forever. Fans were going literally crazy in the comments. They just like couldn't believe that they were even getting this little crumb of the twins, since it really just was so long since the last time. But fans did not have to wait too much longer after this before they actually decided to come back to Instagram and post. This week, they returned with both of them having wiped pretty much their entire Instagram pages of all of their former posts. Ethan left up 2 posts on his Instagram, but Grayson wiped his entire page, and they both posted photos from a project that they have been working on. Ethan wrote, I made a short film called Nothing Left to Give with Grayson. Our incredible cast and crew made it possible. We're very grateful to be premiering at Holy Shorts Film Festival this August. Have a blessed day. Fans were freaking out in the comments and couldn't believe that they were actually seeing the twins post on social media. Grayson posted a similar caption writing, hey, wrote, directed, and other things, a short film with my best friend at Ethan Dolan. We're very grateful to be premiering at the Holy Shorts Film Festival in August. Our cast and crew are the reason this film is as special as it is to us. So I guess we'll just have to see if these two keep posting on social media to promote their short film. I'm sure that they will, and maybe they'll post a teaser on their YouTube channel. Who really knows what the future is going to hold for them? Saying that, I didn't even think that they were ever really going to be returning. So this is all quite the shocker. But fans were going nuts after seeing this, saying, I got the notif and I audibly gasped the shock I got when I saw this. I thought the notification was a glitch. War is over. No way. There is no way. The world is healing. Hopefully these two, knowing that they have been
y'all do too goddamn much. Like they Jesus.
Their fans seem really eager to support their upcoming project. I think their truest fans are just excited to support anything that they are willing to put out. Before the Dolan twins really left the internet and took that break, they had a podcast, and on there they had talked about the fact that the content that they were putting out wasn't the stuff that they were passionate about. And
yeah, girl, they already said that. You be repeating the same stuff, child. Okay, we got it. I totally felt every fucking thing that they said. That is, people don't understand the downsides of being an influencer and making like content like this. That's why I'm very, 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 very fortunate that I'm able to make a living on YouTube doing reaction videos, because I would hate to have to reveal such personal details of my life and having to keep up with what other people are doing and, you know, trying to make my videos juicy just so they can be entertaining, or having to fake certain shit just to be entertaining. And I mean, I kind of did that, you know, when I first started on YouTube, when I was doing like prank videos and stuff. Definitely succumbed to the pressure of
doing what everyone else was doing and faking pranks and acting and, you know, all of this other bullshit that I didn't actually want to do. But I'm like, okay, this is what people are doing, so I guess this is what we got to do. But I hated that. And I hated vlogging too. I hated people, you know, picking at little stupid shit and being negative and toxic. I just hated it all. I do now vlog on my OnlyFans, but those people over there are the people who are the most supportive of me. So I don't get, you know, negativity and stupidity and nonsense over there at all, because people are actually paying to see me. So those are the people who actually fuck with you. So it's just a whole different dynamic over there versus if I were just putting that type of content on YouTube. So I totally get where they're coming from. I understand them wanting to take a step back and like not deal with the toxicity of the internet, because it could be a fucking lot. When this is your job and you're doing this 24/7, like it's a lot. It becomes very mentally and emotionally draining, and you wouldn't understand that unless you actually did it for a certain period of time and actually had a large enough following to actually understand how it feels, because it's a lot. It is a lot. So I get where they're coming from, but you know, glad that they're back, and hopefully they'll put up their short film and people will fuck with it, because that is also an issue. And when you leave YouTube for a long time, you face the challenge of people, you know, not continuing to watch because you've been gone for so long. So people are not interested anymore. They might have unsubscribed or whatever the case. And then when you're just completely changing things up as well, that's also another challenge. So they have those two major challenges to deal with them coming back. But hopefully it works out for them. I'm wishing them the best. Y'all let me know what y'all think though. Let me know what other videos you want to watch, and I'll see y'all the next time.